oh, the politician, like, especially during the campaign, the politician is the most humble person. The politician can eat at places that you, the middle class citizen, you're even worried about eating at places. Like, the politician is the most humble person. Sometimes I think God gives them a very good gut for that season, because the things they eat and the things they drink, you'll be surprised.
The political season is here again, and we are seeing interesting things on the internet, on our airwaves and all of that. Politicians going about what politicians do at this time. Pounding fufu, washing babies' drawers.
Washing babies' drawers.
Hugging old women for them to cry and all of that.
Why else would the woman be crying because Bawumia hugged her?
Well, she will find out that she has more reasons to be crying than
exactly.
Than
she doesn't know. You see, that's the problem. Goes back to the point we made last week that, as we've been discussing off the show, sometimes on the show, where we think the mass voting is one of our biggest problems. It is. Yeah. Because Bawumia coming to a place where I am or you are and gives me a handshake, it's not an emotional thing to me. In my mind, I'm thinking, Master, you didn't fix my economy, so I'm not smiling with you. Actually, you know that picture we saw today, producer, that is the position we are supposed to take for every single politician that comes to us. This is the look. What are you? Exactly.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be crying because Bawumia is so down to earth and is hugging her and she's emotional. She should be crying because when she sends her grandchild to the market, 3 tomatoes is selling for 20 Ghana cedis, or 4, wherever you are, for 20 Ghana cedis. That's why she should be crying. She should be crying because depreciation has affected our cedi. How much is the cedi today compared to the dollar? As far as I'm aware, we are paying over 15 Ghana cedis to the dollar today, as we speak. And for a country that imports almost 75 to 80% of what we do here, what we eat, what we wear, whatever we do, we are struggling. That's why she should be crying. She should be crying because Bawumia said he did not believe in e-levy, and his government instituted e-levy. And today, money that you've worked for, when you're transferring from one platform for the other, for no reason, the government gets almost 1% or 1%. In fact, your bank charges you 10 cedis on a 10,000 transaction, and the government decides to take 100 Ghana cedis. When the
children send her mobile money to buy medicine.
For her, she should. The reason I'm not using the inflation and I'm not using the big macroeconomics is because she won't understand it, but she will understand the things that affect her daily livelihood, which is cost of living. Cost of living is the cost of tomatoes. Cost of living is e-levy. When they send her money, every month they send her 800 cedis. When she withdraws it and she sends some to someone, she loses money just because they sent her mobile money. Just because you are using the platform, you get money from it. That is why she should be crying. She should be crying that Bawumia deceived her. Bawumia's government deceived her. Maybe that's why she was crying. Probably I'm even here and ranting. Maybe that's why she was crying. Of course, nobody asked her, oh, ma, I didn't know wusu. Everybody just assumed that she's being emotional. she's being emotional. For me, I'm saying, when in this political, when the politician stands by you, especially those in this government stand by you and they are trying to woo you, that is the pose you should give me. The position the young lady took to that place is what you should do. Give them the look. You again. And as usual, that's what they're going to do to us. They're going to be pounding fufu,
washing babies' drawers, eating kenke
with you. And then you know the Ghanaian thing,
eating kenke with you. But when they get to government, they want to be bathing in the skies.
Well, you hold on. You know how the Ghanaian feels like, oh, the politician, like, especially during the campaign, the politician is the most humble person. The politician can eat at places that you, the middle class citizen, you're even worried about eating at places. Like, the politician is the most humble person. Sometimes I think God gives them a very good gut for that season, because the things they eat and the things they drink, you'll be surprised.
Like the lady, the one who Michael Quaid Jr. was whose baby's dress Michael Quaid Jr.
She was shy, right? She was uncomfortable.
Like, all this for votes.
I know, right? Anyway, she should have actually added more, because she wouldn't get him ever again doing that. But like, not to lose focus, please, Ghanaians, let's ask questions. I'll keep saying that I'm using my voice, and I've listened to, I think the last time I was thinking, why is it that all of a sudden people are wondering why I'm speaking up? And I listen to Bernard Abler every day. He says, you the one listening to me, you are always expecting me to use my platform, but you also have a platform. Each and every one of us has a platform. A tweet today complaining about how we feel, it affects the government. A tweet tomorrow expressing your concerns affects the government. It takes a lot of us to complain to cause change. And I keep saying, Akuffo government got it the easiest. That's exactly what KSM said on the show. When it was Mahama's turn, I think every day when they woke up, there was something going around, we bashing the government one way or the other. So the question is it that we are not going through it anymore, or majority of us have our mouths full?
Well, majority has our mouths full.
Because I don't understand why this particular government didn't get that much.
Increasingly numb towards hardship scandals, and stuff like that. You go through it over time, and then you sort of
get used to it.
Getting used to it, which is even the most dangerous part of it, right?
So we keep quiet.
But another thing, the conversation starters. Where is Occupy Ghana today? Where is Ankuma today? Where is the Methodist Presbyterian moderator today? You can find some influential people who started conversation, and one way or the other, they found themselves in government, and so it's difficult to speak. You know what I'm saying? So, by extension, they are benefiting one way or the other, and so they will not talk.
It's
all
bad.
of a sudden, there's no civil society organization in this country. Like
exactly.
All of them are almost
they
gone.
But to be fair, Franklin Kujo still speaks out, but it's not as much as they're doing the other governments. But please, let's be on the lookout, because we know this whole antics, they are antics, and I'm calling it antics because the same deputy finance minister who told us the last time that aren't we importing everything, when he's campaigning for he will be the one that you can go and hug and talk to. But when you ask him, the energy minister ask him for doom, so I tell you to go and draw your own. So when it's politics time, they are the quiet, humble one. Please, they are all antics. Let's ask them for policies. What are you coming to do? What are you coming to do differently?
No, even with the incumbent government, you have to hold them responsible.
Hold them accountable.
What you're coming to do differently.
Yeah.
You see, another thing, unfortunately for us, the kind of electoral system we have in Ghana is such that everybody has a vote.
Yeah, but
seriously.
Because also,
no. I'm not saying let's change that. I'm saying unfortunately that's what. So unless the educational level is balanced to an extent where together we can think in a certain direction, you will have this situation where just because an old lady has seen Bawumia and she's crying, and then Bawumia has spent all the past 10 days, 20 days in Ashanti region saying all kinds of things.
Trying to make
all
everything
of a sudden,
from
then
there.
Votes are coming in from there and all of that. And that literally affects those of you who know what the issues are and are going to vote according to it. So the plea is that let's vote on issues. This is not an Idebi Ikeke election. Oh yes, we've won elections. Elections have been won in this country on just Idebi Ikeke. And just because a person looks nice and speaks well, and then that's just it. This time, it can't be that. One other concern is, you see, in this type of democracy, this type of constitution that we have, that gives a lot of power to the president.
Too much.
The only power that the citizen have is the power to vote, right? And it's the framers of the constitution think that in exercising that vote, we are pushing this country into the right direction, and we the people have the ultimate power. The only way you can exercise that is when you can punish with your votes and reward with your vote.
Exactly.
Now, if you are eroding that power just by voting for someone who is just carrying babies,
eating kenke,
and then my guy, then
they are
you are so complicit.
Please, all those things are antics. Let's ask the right questions. As I keep saying, the right questions. What policy? Why are you voting for the next person? Seriously. And then when they give you flamboyant policies like free SHS, let's ask, how are you going to achieve it? I think that was one of our biggest problems. Yes,
you never got an answer.
I understand that education is good. Every correct country has free SHS. or free education to the senior high level. No one is disputing that that was a good policy. How do we implement it without putting the entire country into the hole we are in today? That is the question we are supposed to be asking. So when someone is telling you that when I come, I'll come and remove the e-levy, it means he's going to reduce his revenue. How is he going to cover up for it? Those are the questions we are supposed to be asking. Not just hugging and be happy that we are shaking them. In fact, we shouldn't be shaking them, especially those in this government, because they have put us in the hole that they can't bring us on. The hole is exactly like the one they've dug at Ridge.
The point is, look, if we are looking for money in Ghana to finance important things, we'll find it, because statistics shows, and from all credible places, the World Bank, CDD, all of that, an average of $2 billion every year is lost to corruption in this country. $2 billion.
Or 20% of budget.
Or 20% of budget, of the budget revenue is lost to corruption. So one of the questions I ask when we keep saying that, oh, let's widen the tax net, we are going to do digitalization so that we can rake in more revenue. My point is, what is easier? Protecting the one you have, you are losing from the one you generate, or generating new ones. That one, no politician will tell you that they are facilitating the quote unquote stealing of $2 million every year. That money can do so much. What we complain as not having money for, that money can do so much. And they are not telling you how they are going to plug those leaking baskets and all of leaking holes in the baskets and all of that.
If we don't solve the problem, it will become what? Currently, it's a pan. Very soon to become a basket.
A basket case.
A basket case. The reason why we are speaking up is because we know elections are coming, and you guys are going to be voting on based on these antics and tribal lines. That's not what we want. If you claim you stayed in this Ghana because you believe Ghana should be better, then we need to do better.
Oh, there are two types of people who are staying in Ghana today. Those who want to stay and those who no other country will accept. So,
which one are you?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Team, please. So this is it for Sauce and Pepper. We are grateful for the time. Share, like, subscribe. See you next time.